Hui! Welcome back to my new series. I call them the Masterclass series with Marvel Crisis Protocol painting Thor. And here's the Thor and Valkyria expansion. And I call it Masterclass because we use Masterclass equipment, Affinity CR Plus from Harder and Steenbeck, made in Germany. I bought this at PK Pro Online. It is a very good online store, have everything about good stuff over airbrush and so on. Then you see here we need the black primer because I prime it in black, and then we zenithal prime in gold cold gray. I call it the masterclass because we have a lot to do and we do a lot of stuff of secret tricks and professional painting stuff. And here you see I put them all together, but I don't glue it because we need this part simple single, sorry. And then we took it together and yeah, glue them. Okay, yeah, here you see I skip it a little bit because the boring part, we prime it first black and then prime with the gray for the light parts. Yeah, you see what I'm done here, exactly where the light is coming from, and this is the reason we need it. Yeah, this zenithal priming. So first, some things we need to paint and prepare this model. We need some very good brushes. I recommend from Red Dress Games size 2 and size 1. We need the wet palette from Red Dress Games. It's the best wet palette you can have. A holder and of course colors. So here is the arm. And first what we do is we prepare our colors for the metal parts of the arm, the bracelet. And I think I let the pictures speak and you see what I'm doing with the colors and what I'm painting. And don't forget, you need very good diluted color. For every drop of color, I recommend a drop of water. You see what I'm doing? It is really simple. You need it. And here in this part, I paint only the brightest priming parts with this base color for the metal, and let the darkest parts dark because we get this, we need this for the shadows. Yeah, okay, see what I'm do and try to understand this way. So now it's time for Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, and we paint this with the loaded brush technique first and take the colors that we need. For example, I take the Bering blue and Anthracite blue and some white. Sorry, I mean Arctic blue. Okay, and the thing is, we dip our brush complete in the deepest color, mix it, you see what I'm doing here, I mix it the color a little bit, and after that we put the brush in the complete color, and the tip of the brush, really only the tip of the brush with the brightest color, in this case the Arctic blue, and then we go from the one point to the darkest point. That's the reason we need a good surface, a little bit some scratchy look, a used look, and this is the way what we do. And we have to repeat this process very often, because this is a long process to get a really realistic hammer color. After that we have to edge highlight the edges. It's very important for that, to give them the light. And don't forget, this is not finished. The hammer, we in the last video we took some magical we took some magic touches on the hammer. Yeah, after we paint the grip, Thor's hammer, comes now the part we try to shade everything again. And this is also a very nice process. You mix your shade color by yourself, and you have more control over the transitions and the shadow place. You can place it where you want, and this gives a good gradient and a very, very good transition. And the only color for like a metal or something like that, you can use this for other stuffs too, yeah, is really in this case the Prussian blue and the black, or colors in this, they are a little bit familiar. Check it out, and after that we do a little bit glaze the hammer. That's for a very good surface and realistic hammer time. Thor's hammer, don't forget, Thor's hammer is not a super warhammer glowing hammer, thunder power hammer, energy hammer. It's a normal hammer, yeah? A really, really normal hammer, and that's that is the way, yeah? And we try to get this result. So here's the part for the skin. very, very interesting thing. In the normal painting, the normal painters paint the skin in the whole skin color. I think I saw the Khan or whatever, Buckman's Glow, you paint his whole arm. But in this case, we paint only the brightest part that we prime it in cold gray. You see the upper parts of the muscles. And we paint the upper parts in one tone of a flesh tone that we mix us, and the down parts, the between the muscles in the middle, or for example, we paint with another color, a darkest color, and then we wet blend this all together and set up lights after we paint the complete arm. You will see what I'm doing, then you understand this technique. I see this at by my Overpro Sergio Calvo, and I think this is a really good way. You can do also paint every part between the muzzle with a dark brown, like in stroke and brush stroke for a blue face, blue paws, so like this. But if you do this so like I do, you will get a good result. So here's the first result. You see it looks very good. We have the light parts, we have the darkest parts, the shadow parts, and now we go through the hand. And here is a next important thing. Most of the people do it this wrong. They paint the hand in a complete color, and then they wash over the complete hand with a wash or something like that. And that's the problem. You don't have enough lights of the fingers. Every finger has his own light. The hand inside has his own light, and you need that. And that's the point in the masterclass or high class painting. You try to set up the lights on the highest parts of everything. Yeah, you see what I'm doing here or here or here, and only the tips of the fingers, and then improve and support the shadows between the muzzle. Then you have a great volume and a good contrast. Here you see the result, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, try to understand, try to set up some light points, and very diluted, then you have a very super looking result. Yeah, that's it. It was the first part, only the arms and the hammer, and the next part is the body and the clock. And thank you for watching, and please support me, subscribe this channel, thumbs up, ring the bell, and follow me on Instagram. Thank you, your Duke.